It is Labor Day weekend here in the United States, and for us, that's like the unofficial start of fall for us because at that point, everybody's going back to school. So yeah, summer's over. And for that reason, I want to curate a list of transition scents because these fragrances perfectly speak to this in-between weather, this in-between season that we are in, transitioning from just hanging out all day doing nothing to everything starting back up in September in the fall, shows starting up, school starting up, activities, clubs, you name it. Everything starts back in September. So that's what this list perfectly embodies. So let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The SANTAMARIA here. Yes, transition scents going from summer to fall. And as always, lipstick of the day today, everyone. I am rocking out with MAC Cool Teddy lipstick. This is a newer release color. They came out in the MAC Nudes collection that came out back spring, summer this year. Fell in love with this one upon first swipe and I got it. As always, details on everything on my face will be down in the description box below, so you do not have to ask questions about it. Next up, we have fragrance of the day, you all, and this is one that also fits the bill of this list, and it kind of inspired me actually because I put it on today and I was like, this is perfect as a transition scent, and that is BDK Parfums Pistachio, the Extrait version. I've already done a full dedicated review on this scent. Feel free to check that out. I've also reviewed the original too, so check that out too. This is a fruity oud scent is what it is, mainly pear and quince. But of course, adding oud, there's cocoa, and there's a whole bunch of other notes in here, patchouli. This stuff is rich, please believe that, and I enjoy it. But it goes perfectly from the warmer days to the cooler nights that we're starting to have. This scent embodies transition weather to me, and that is BDK's Pistachio, the Extrait version. And now let's get into these transitional fragrances. This list is a mix of old and new, and you all will truly see that as we go along. But we're going to start out with something new because this one just perfectly screams transition to me, and that is the new fragrance from Rare, and that is Rare Beauty. This right here, I've already done its full dedicated review. It's up on the channel. Definitely check that out. But you all, this is a gourmand scent, but it's not too heavy, and for that reason, that's why it's a transition scent to me. So it has top notes of caramel, pistachio, and pink pepper, and then in the middle, y'all, we have vanilla, ginger, and we have cocoa beans, and then in the base, we have sandalwood, tonka beans, and skin musk. So gourmands is what this is, but the skin musk in here makes this more of the lighter wear to me, more of a sheerer wear. This one I get about 3 to 4 hours out of, but most importantly is the composition of it that perfectly fits this type of weather. I've worn it on a very hot day. I've also worn it on a cooler night and it still did what it needs to do. So that's why I say it perfectly fits the bill of a transition scent for me, and I'm enjoying it. That again is the new Rare Beauty Rare fragrance. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. Now this next one is inspired by the fact that Head Elf and I recently went to the fair, and I always told you all this scent reminds me of the Carnival to me. So I had to put it on this list, and that is Kayali's Young Pistachio Gelato. This scent is the Carnival in a bottle, and I cannot stress it enough. Italian bergamot, pistachio, hazelnut, rum, cardamom. There's cotton candy in here too. Peony, jasmine, white peach, raspberry, whipped cream, marshmallow, cocoa, cedarwood, tonka bean, and sandalwood. You all, this right here is sweet, it's nutty, it's gourmand, slight florals, but heavy on the sweeter gourmand fun notes. I love this. It smells like all the ooey gooey and bad things that you don't need, but you eat it whenever the fair comes to town once a year. That's why I have to wear this one around this time of year because it just perfectly embodies the season. And I recently had everything I wanted. I got me a funnel cake and ate all the bad food. So yes, to me, that is Young Pistachio Gelato. Then that perfectly sums up transitioning from end of summer going into the fall season. Highly recommend this one. Full dedicated review is already up on the channel for this one, you all, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, nothing like the fall harvest carnival in a bottle, and that is Young Pistachio Gelato. This next one, I haven't really talked about it in a minute, but it's still in the collection for a reason. People forget about this Tom Ford in my opinion, and this is Tom Ford's Soleil De Feu. This right here is in the Soleil line. Of course, we talk about Soleil Blanc, which I have talked about. That one is an all-time favorite. That one's considered like the best summer fragrance for a lot of people. We also have, what's that, Soleil Neige. I think that one's getting discontinued because it keeps being on discount at a lot of places, so I'm noticing that. And then there's this one, Soleil De Feu, that came out more recently, but people forget about. This one is the strongest one of them all to me. This one right here is tuberose, sandalwood, and benzoin, and it has a whole bunch of amber in here. It's almost like a warm scent, but it's a summer scent. So this one truly smells like the end of summer to me, in my opinion. So they have this fragrance written up as a smoldering ambery effect along with the other notes I listed. This one is perfectly unisex for that reason. Now, I've even considered this scent a Christmas in July fragrance because it's such a hybrid of warm solar notes, but it's so rich at the same time and kind of spicy too, that's why I say it's kind of, it has a dichotomy about it, so it can truly go either way. And for that reason, it's a transition scent. But yeah, I enjoy this one. I've missed it when I was playing around and moving things around in my collection. I was like, oh, I gotta pull her back out because she is speaking to me right now. And this again is Tom Ford's Soleil De Feu, very slept on fragrance. Now this next one is an oldie but goodie within the world of Parfums de Marly. I have missed it, but then I remember for me, this is an end of summer, early fall fragrance. That's when it really shines. And I'm talking about Safanad. I know we forget about her, but she is good. A rich orange blossom pear type of fragrance. This is pretty. See, while there's orange, pear, petitgrain in here too. Oh, how could I forget the petitgrain? Because the petitgrain is definitely there. There's Lang Lang, orange blossom, jasmine sandbag. We have amber, vanilla, and sandalwood in the base. So it's like the mix of the notes because you got like the tropical situation going with the Lang Lang. They got that going, but then you also have the amber, the vanilla, the sandalwood that's a little bit more richer. But then you got that petitgrain, which is a little bit more greener, a little bit more on the brighter side. So this scent to me is such a hybrid, it's such a mix, and that's why again it's a transition fragrance for me. But by the way, this right here gets so many compliments, and the longer I have this bottle, the richer it gets, the more syruppier it gets. So the more I have this scent, it's gonna turn into a full-on fall fragrance at some point. But you all, Safanad, highly recommend checking this one out. If you already have it, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you all do because again, it's been out for years at this point, reach for this one, playing it around this time of year, and let me know what you think about it because this is so pretty to me and very slept on. And that again is Parfums de Marly, Safanad. Next up, you all, this one I fell in love with last fall, so that's why it's a transition scent for me. And this is from the house of Amouage. This is Amouage Love Delight because it's such a mix. It's a floral gourmand scent, and that's like a perfect hybrid to me. So you all has notes of ginger, mandarin, we have rose water and cinnamon. And then in the middle, we have heliotrope, jasmine, and rose. And then in the base, you all, we have vanilla, cocoa, rum, absolute. We have cypriol. This right here for me is the ginger, it is the cinnamon, it's the florals. The heliotrope gives it a powdery effect for me. The rum comes out in the cocoa, more so on skin. So this is truly, again, a floral and gourmand scent. But the cinnamon in it, to me, gives it a little bit of a warm aesthetic. So it goes with the more cooler evenings we're going to start to have. So that's why, for me, Love Delight, I love this for this time of year. I love it. It just speaks to me around this time of year. And again, I fell in love with it around this time of year too last year. So this is a transition scent through and through. By the way, full dedicated review is already up on the channel, by the way, for this one, Love Delight. Definitely check that out. I've also done a full overview of the Secret Garden collection too. Check that out as well. But yes, y'all, Love Delight, she's giving transition season to me. Another one that's giving transition season to me, I was like, I'm thinking of a certain scent from Initio. This one is speaking to me, y'all. And I'm talking about none other than Atomic Rose. Of course, the name's on the top, but yes, Atomic Rose, because I was wearing one of my Delinas the other day and I was like, okay, yeah, Delina's giving me more daytime, but I like an evening rose in the mix. And for me, Atomic Rose, all of their fragrances go more dark, more evening, more cold weather to me. So for me, this is my evening rose scent as a transition scent for me. Atomic Rose, y'all. Notes are very simple. We have bergamot, Turkish rose, Bulgarian rose, jasmine, vanilla, and hedione. This is the older, darker sister to Delina, which many of us have said here in the fragrance community, but it's true. So for that reason, again, it's getting darker sooner. It's starting to get a little bit more cooler. It's not as humid outside. So for me, Atomic Rose fits the bill when I want that rose fix. So that's why I put it on the list as a transition scent. That again is Initio's Atomic Rose. Now this next one, I recently picked it up. You'll see it in my haul video, of course. And you all, this is from the house of X Nihilo, and this is Gold Immortals, the Extrait version. Emphasis on the Extrait version because me and the original, I wasn't the biggest fan of. It's a musk in it I don't like, but this here, Extrait, they got rid of the musk and they switched it out for more vanilla. That fixed it. So you all, with Gold Immortals, the Extrait version, bergamot, pear, a whole bunch of pear, by the way. In the middle we have lysine and peony, and then the base we have vanilla, amber, and tonka bean. This right here is like a spicy pear scent. This is a date night fragrance. This one truly is more on the evening wear. This would absolutely carry us into fall. I still will be wearing it. The tonka bean makes a little bit more mouth watering and gives a little bit more of a come hither type of effect. This one's kind of bad and I like that. You gotta have a bad girl scent in the mix, but you all, I highly recommend this here Gold Immortals Extrait. Again, sample first. That's what I did. I tried both of them, and for me, it's the Extrait all day, hands down. So much so I got 100 ml of it. So y'all know I love it because I don't do 100 ml unless I really love something. But yeah, the pear, the spiciness in here, the florals that are in here are in the background, but that rich base, and that again is X Nihilo's Gold Immortals, y'all. And I want to end the list out with an oldie but goodie, because this right here is a quintessential fall scent, but it's light enough to be a transition scent, so we're gonna rock out with it now. Why not? So you all, the last one we're gonna talk about is from the house of Bond Number 9, and this is Bond Number 9's New York Nights. I have had this bottle for years. For those that have been with me, you know my bottle actually got its battle wound from me being in Manhattan, so how poetic is that? It just makes sense. But y'all, this scent is so nice, but it's not too heavy, so it's perfect right now, but it still smells like fall. So it has notes of jasmine, gardenia, carnation, patchouli. We have sandalwood. There's a marine accord in here too, coffee and caramel. I absolutely get the coffee, I absolutely get the caramel, the florals that are in here. The florals in here for me give it the daytime, warmer weather aspect, but the gourmand notes in here give it more evening aspect. That marine accord in here keeps it light, a little bit more on the airier side. Yes, this scent is doing what it needs to do for a transition scent, and I love it. Y'all know this, no stranger to the channel at all. Full dedicated review is already up as well. But this is one that people forget about it, but then when fall rolls back around, we pull this one back out because it's a win. I love it. I keep saying I'm gonna get the bodysuit for it at some point. I need to do that because I enjoy this scent year after year, and I feel like the bodysuit will help to enhance it and truly make it more of that fall scent. But in its true regular form, just straight out the bottle, this is a transition fragrance where it's not too heavy, but it's also still giving me the feels of an early fall fragrance. And that again is Bond Number 9's New York Nights. So all right, everyone, that wraps up my transition scent list. Let me know what you think about them. Also, what are your transition scents to help you go from summer into fall? Let me know in the comments below, elves. I know y'all gonna tell me anyway, and I love to read them and respond when I can. But until next time, elves, I will catch you on the next video. Bye, y'all.